Hey guys, here we go. We got a new and a little bit more a little bit more to them now. This new rule and some of the new rules, new laws you're going to be getting for exponents are going to require some work, a little bit more calculators and a little bit more thinking. So I'm going to go over this today. I'm going to go over the rule, the law. I'm going to show you some examples like I always do, and then you'll have an assignment. I will tell you that I'm having a little bit of trouble with Google Classroom right now, trying to get everything posted, so just kind of keep your eye on there. But this is the product rule for exponents, or some people call it the multiplication law. The product rule for exponents says that if you have a to the x times a to the y, to simplify that and make it easier, that is the same as saying a to the x plus y. A little quick example I've done right here shows that 2 to the second power times 2 to the fourth power is the same as 2 to the 2 plus 4, which is 2 to the sixth power. I'm going to talk about the steps to do this when I do a couple of examples. Steps to simplify. We're not evaluating here. I want you to be able to simplify this first. Evaluating will just being put the answer, putting things in the calculator to get a final answer. Right now we're just trying to simplify. To simplify, the rules are: number one, check that the base is exactly the same. This doesn't work if the bases are different. I'll talk about that in a second. Keep the base and add the exponents together, and then you're just going to rewrite your new simplified exponential. So you can go back to this, rewatch the video. I would write, you can pause and write these steps down just to kind of help you. But I'm going to do a couple of examples for you. This might be a longer video, so just kind of bear with me. The first thing that's really important to see here is why this works. I'm just going to do it real quick based on the example I did. Why we know we can do this, why the multiplication or the product law works is, let's look at this example. If I have, let's just use the example I used, 2 to the second times 2 to the fourth. Let's just say that's what I had. And we could just take this and go 2 to the second power is 4, and 2 to the fourth power is 16, and we could just multiply it. But we don't always want to do that. We want to be able to simplify things. And if we were going to write this in the expanded form means taking the exponent and write it out what it means. I could write this one as 2 times 2 times, and 2 to the fourth would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Well, if we stop and we look at this, we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Well, isn't that just multiplying 2 together 6 times, which is the same as saying 2 to the sixth power? Well, we could do all this expanded form and do this every time, but if we just look up here, if we look at our exponents, we have 2 and 4. So we could have actually just said this is the same as saying 2 to the 2 plus 4. That's why if we go back to the product rule for the rules of exponents, where it says a to the x times a to the y is the same as a to the x plus y. So remember, so I'll do a couple examples. I'll bring up the steps. So this is just kind of a way to show you why it works. We would have done this in class. I would have actually had you discover this yourself. So let's do an example. So if I had 3, now we're just simplifying, 3 to the seventh times 3 to the negative 4. Okay, so the first step says, step 1 says, make sure that the bases are the same. So I have a base of 3 and a base of 3. Because my bases are the same, I can go ahead and proceed with the law, and I can use the multiplication law to simplify this. So it says, step 2 says to keep the base. So I'm going to keep my base of 3. And then it says to add 7 plus the exponent, so that's 7 plus negative 4. And that gives me, as my final answer, 3. 7 plus negative 4 is 3. So my simplified answer is 3 to the third power. Now, if I asked you to evaluate that, you would take that and tell me what 3 to the third power is, but I just want you to be able to simplify these right now. All right, let's do one more. I don't want this video to be too long. We can do this with as many as we want. I might do 2 quick ones. Let's just do something let's do 4 to the negative 2 times 4 to the 5th times 4 to the 3rd. Okay? Now, if you want to pause the video and try this before me and come back and see if you got it right. Okay, step 1 says check and make sure that the base is the same. So our base is 4, 4, and 4. So that's 4. Then it says to add our exponent. So negative 2 plus 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3 is 8, and negative 2 gives me 4 to the 6th power. So hopefully you got that. I'm going to show you one more quick one. I'm going to do this kind of quick. I hope if you paused that you got that right. If you don't understand something or you don't see how we're getting that, please contact me. Let's do one last one real quick. Something you might see is let's say we have 7 to the 2nd times 9 to the 2nd times 7 to the 4th times 9 to the 3rd. Now, can we put the 7 and the 9 together? No, the bases aren't the same. But could we do this other 7? So I have, keep the base, so I have 7 squared and 7 to the 4th, which becomes 7 to the 2 plus 4. So I have that one over here. Times, then I can do the same thing with my bases that are the same. 9 to the 2 plus 3. Simplified, that becomes 7 to the 6th times 9 to the 5th. So we're just trying to simplify things and make them smaller. We're not worried about evaluating yet and getting to the numbers. I hope that helps you out. I hope that's enough information that ought to make it easy for you to do today's assignment in simplifying these. I'll talk to you guys later. As always, if you have any questions, contact me.